Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Caucasian Mark, the whitest dude on the internet. Today, we're going to be talking about something fun, exciting, breathtaking. It's called polymorphism. Now, polymorphism is when you have an object, right, that could be something else. It is something else. Now, at first, you're kind of like, what does all this mumbo jumbo mean? First, let's get some things in order here. Our practice class is we're gonna be running the main method here. We could just run this and think of this as where the action begins. So remember from before we had the Muppets class here, right? Let's go ahead and create something else called a actually I just created. Okay, let me delete this here. Totally wrong thing I clicked on there. So Java class is create puppets. Beautiful. Now let's go into Muppets here. I wish it selected over here for me, but anyways, let's go in and do extends puppets. Now I'm not going to put anything here. We're just going to leave it as is, just to show a very kind of little nuanced example here. So let's say Muppets. Let's make a Mupster again equals new Muppets. That's cool. That's a perfectly legal move. But since Muppets is inheriting from puppets, it's got to have something in common with it, not just getting the methods or any of the data types, values, whatever else. But there's got to be some more underlying reason why it's inheriting from it. And we could think that of it as a Muppet is a puppet. Since it's inheriting from it, it is that particular kind of object because it's descending from it. So if we wanted to do something, we can make a puppets object. We can name it Pupper. I think that's how you would spell Pupper. I'm not quite sure. So we have that right there. Cool, awesome. Now we could come down here and do new Muppets. If we wanted to, we could come on up here. We could delete this, which we're going to do right now. We're going to come on up. I like to have some white space there, and we could do new Muppers. I kind of like the word Muppers. But now we can see that we have new puppets, which is new Muppets, which is a kind of puppet. So if you remember, like the Muppets, I don't want to say cartoon, but it's basically the puppet TV show, and it's a lot of fun. Anyways, it is one thing is like the other. So this is polymorphism, where you have one object is another kind of object because it's extending from it. I know that's kind of a very raw kind of explanation of it, but since this is an introductory series, I figured that's a much better way of explaining it, just showing that you could do things along those lines, because we made a Muppet here. We could even come down here and do this. And there's no issues here because a puppet, I think that's even how you spell puppet. Let me look this up real fast. I can feel like a total idiot. Because sometimes you look at words and you're like, that is very strange. Alright, yeah, that's how you spell puppets. Sometimes you don't spell words a lot and you look at them and you're like, is that how you spell the damn thing? Kind of like the word kernel, or I think cemetery once I looked at, and I'm like, is that really how you spell it? Anyways, back to the nature at hand. A puppet we can instantiate a new one because a puppet is itself. It is its own thing. A equals A. It's identically itself. But since Muppets is Muppets is extending from the Puppets class and must have those characters and principles and attributes, characteristics, whatnot. So what we have here is anything that's going to be inheriting from its parent class, that object too can be its parent object. I know that's a little weird. I struggled with it a little bit when I first started doing computer programming and all other jazz, but if you have any questions, leave them below. Like, share, subscribe, contribute, all the other good stuff. I'll see you in the next video.